This conference will now be recorded.
All right, welcome everybody. We'll call the meeting to order at 4 p.m. We have a quorum, all four members are present in the room. Proof of notice was sent out by Stephanie, I believe, on Friday. We have new business, but first thing we want to do is introduce our new general manager. He's been here about 3 weeks now.
Yes, Michael
Blair. We'll do it more for a minute.
Well, thank you. Well, good evening. Thanks for coming to the board meeting. My name is Michael Blair. I've just joined you last month, this past month, early in the month.
Hold on, people are saying that they cannot hear us.
We're moving.
We're dead again, okay.
We'll fix it. Technical difficulties.
One moment, please. I don't know why they can't hear us.
I don't know.
It was working. Oh, feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Well, nobody really want to hear this anyway, so other than people that are here. So, my wife and I just recently in Orlando. I spent 40 years managing golf resorts throughout the United States for Club Corporation of America, the Ritz-Carlton Hotel Company. I opened the one here at Orlando Grand Lakes and also Dove Mountain in Murano, where the Accenture match play was played. American Golf Corporation, I ran a number of their properties in Long Beach and Walt Disney World. I worked at Disney for 14 years, ran all 5 of their golf courses for a period of time. And so we finally got back to Orlando after 5 miserable years in Spokane, Washington, where it snows 5 months out of the year. It's probably snowing right now. So we're very glad to be back here, raising now both my granddaughters here in Orlando. So it's been a pleasure to be with you for the last 3 weeks. I've made a lot of observations that I've shared with staff members and board members about the direction that I think we can and should go from a marketing standpoint as well as operational procedures. And so I'm well on the way to putting those things into motion, meeting with friends of mine, people that I know in the golf industry that have been in the Orlando market as golf marketers for the last 40 years. So I've got a meeting with one of them tomorrow. And I've met with quite a number of people at Walt Disney World that I know and also at Champions Cape Omni, just to kind of get myself back up to speed with what's going on in the Orlando market in golf and the best way for us to facilitate matriculating more golf into. So that's kind of what I've been doing over the last 3 weeks, and we'll continue to keep you up to date on what I am able to accomplish over the next 3 to 4 weeks. So thank you.
Good, Stephanie? Good?
Yeah, good.
All right, moving on to new business. I'd like to get a motion to appoint a new board member to replace Mark Roseland, who resigned, I think, about a week ago.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint James Stone as the open position.
A second.
I would like to talk about James real quick. Is that okay?
Yeah, second.
Okay.
Is that okay? I can talk?
Yes.
All right, just so everybody who doesn't know, if you know James, loving, caring person, always with his family. You'll actually see him out walking around the community with his son. James has lived here since 2018. He does live up north for 6 months and then 6 months down here. When the open position came available, we asked for applications throughout the community. We received 6 of them. 5 were male, 1 was a female. Some people were snowbirds, some people were not. And I know, the reason that I wanted to select him is because I thought he was the best person available for what we are trying to do in the community. I'm okay with electing somebody that goes up north for 6 months and down here for 6 months. I mean, we had a female on the board before, and she did an outstanding job with communication. She was always throughout the world, in Australia, Germany, up north in Canada, and she never had a problem. Like I said, James been here since 2018. He has a bachelor's in marketing and accounting. He also has an MBA in finance, which is a great thing. I know Alan would appreciate that to help him with the finance section of it. His main mindset is to empower the committees. I love the committees. I think that's where we should get, most of the things that come up to the board for approval, because the committees are the ones in the community who come up with the ideas, they bring them up, and the board approve them, of course. He was retired as a managing director for the real estate division of North America in Toronto, California, or Toronto, Canada. He's currently the president and owner of Arborstone Financial Services, which is a financial consulting practice focused on assisting small businesses. He loves golf. His family loves golf. He was a nationally ranked amateur golfer, and then he also played in 2 U.S. amateur golf championships. So I think he's a great person. Like I said, he's a loving, caring person with his family, and I think he would make a great position for us so we could see different aspects of the community, not so much from a resident, but for people who are here for 6 months and so on.
Anybody else? Any comments?
Okay. Do we have any comments from the audience?
Comments?
Do you have anything from the audience? Yes.
Question. Were any of the candidates non-golfers in particular?
All but one was a non-golfer. All but one.
All but one was a non-golfer.
Correct. And when you say golfer, I mean, like, what exactly are we talking about here? Because I golf like once or twice a month. Does that make me a golfer?
You golf. I meant somebody who doesn't golf.
Yeah, there's one.
There was more than one.
Well, I know they all played golf at one point, so it's just, I know one person didn't play golf at all that actually applied, so.
Folks, if you are online, if we could please mute yourself. If you have a question, I'd please ask you to type it in the chat box as we,
That's Gary.
I can't,
Hey, Gary.
for some reason, the sound is not coming.
Thanks, buddy.
There you go.
There we go.
So I have a question. Do you find it a bit of a conflict of interest when his wife was really the architect behind a lot of the issues that came up at the last meeting? So now we're gonna have the husband on the board and the wife really the architect on the golf committee? Is that a bit of a conflict?
I mean, these are 2 people. They're 2 different people. I can't, control what my wife does or my wife does, but who is it a conflict with? You or the entire community?
I think it's a bit of a conflict when you have a committee bringing the ideas to a board to vote on when you have that relationship.
Previously,
That's my opinion.
when John Luzicki was on the board and Lisa was on the golf committee, he abstained from any votes with regard to golf.
Well, we have a legal committee meeting at 4:30 today, so we can certainly discuss this with the HOA attorney and get her thoughts. Larry?
Is there anything in the Florida statutes or our documents that would go against having a board member and a committee member being spouses?
Not to my knowledge. Again, we'll put it on the agenda for 4:30, talk to the attorney and get her. We've asked her with other situations throughout the last year or 15 months that I've been on the legal committee if there's conflict in other areas. So it's not like it's a question that hasn't been asked in other areas. So any other comments?
Okay, as a board,
She's the best person for the job.
it's just
And you
saying,
want to do this. It
set
takes
the
a lot of
volume and then
volunteers, so
meeting.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, board like to vote? All in favor? Okay, any opposed? No.
Mr. Stone?
So James Stone would like to approach the board, please.
Welcome.
Okay, we are going to move on to the organizational part of this meeting. So just so everybody is aware, that they are calling for reorganization with Mark Roseland stepping down. So we will be electing the roles tonight of president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and director. This is a decision of the board members, and they decide this amongst themselves. So we're going to start with the role of president. Do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to appoint John Lambert as president of the association.
Have a second?
May I talk about him?
Sure.
All right, just so everybody who doesn't know John, John's a wonderful man. He's retired as a vice president of global engineering. He transformed and initiated and innovated Lambert Management Group, which is a national consulting firm. He currently is the president, regional president for Century Management, where he oversees up to 400 properties it is?
Over 400.
Over 400 properties. He also has 6 divisional presidents that are under him, so he oversees those. Over 40 HOA managers. He understands the HOA communities. This guy's been in management for 36 years, over 16 years in HOA community association management. He's had budgets range from anywhere from 100,000 up to 100 million. He was the past president of Mariposa Board of Directors. He was the president, sorry, Navy, president of the Promenades at Bellatrix Board of Directors. He was the vice president of Bellatrix Master Board of Directors. He was the past board supervisor of the CDD for Champions Gate, which is a 900-acre area here. He was also the past board supervisor for the Toho Water Authority, and he was also the past director of the Four Corners Area Council Chamber. A couple things he's done. He led a defect case over at Bellatrix, out the developer. They won $4 million, a little over $4 million they got back. He also reduced their association arrears from 165,000 down to 3,000. So, I mean, you know, this guy is just amazing. I think he will not only, you know, I can see him guiding us definitely to the next election, which is in 8 months. But hopefully, you know, he can go past that. I think that he is what the community needs right now. I think he's a wonderful human being. He knows all the rules, laws, regulations, and he'll help us make the best strategic decisions moving forward for Champions Gate Country Club. Thank you, sir.
Okay, before we move forward, do we have any other nominations for president? John, do you accept the role of president?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
you.
One person from the board.
Okay, we're gonna start for vice president now. Do I have a nomination for vice president?
I'd like to nominate Pat Klein.
So Terry nominates Pat. Do I have a second?
I would like to do, can I do a motion? Yeah, okay, never mind.
Do you have a second to that motion?
Second.
Or no? No. Okay, do we have any other nominations for vice president? Pat, do you accept vice president?
Yes.
Okay. Treasurer.
I'd like to nominate Alan Westerman as treasurer.
Second.
Do we have any other nominations for treasurer? Alan, do you accept the role of treasurer?
Yes.
Okay. And for secretary, do we have a nomination for secretary?
I'll nominate Terry.
Second.
Terry. Alan, any other nominations for secretary? Do you accept
Of course, I
secretary?
accept.
Okay. And that leaves the position of director. James, do you accept the position of director?
Absolutely.
Okay. Perfect. So our current board, we have John Lambert as our president. We have Pat Klein as our vice president, Alan Westerman as our treasurer, Terry Horn as our secretary, and James Stone as our director. So thank you for that. We do have one more agenda item for today, which is the,
There's just a couple of.
oh, I'm so sorry, we do have a
So there's
message.
one, how many
Can we
roles will
see?
be, the one before that, how many roles will be up in August?
Oh,
There will be 4.
there will be 4 roles up for August, in August. And how that will work, I do want to confirm it in our documents, but I believe we will be staggering the terms once those 4 people are elected. But detailed information on that will go up. But yes, 4 seats will be up for re-election in August of next year. One question, can we see John and James on the camera since many of us don't know them? I don't know if
So
you
you'd
can
have to have them walk to the
possibly
other side of the table.
walk to the other side table so they can see you on camera.
Well, you gotta tell which one's which then, right?
Yes.
Height.
I'm James.
And I'm John.
James, perfect. Great, thank you. So we do have one more item on the agenda, which is our board member committee liaisons. Before I don't know if we want to move forward with that or table it for the next meeting. I will say that we do have our regular board meeting this coming Monday on December 11th, where you will see our normal lengthy board meeting with other agenda items. We just wanted to get this quick one done so we could appoint and reorganize. So board members, do you want to move forward with this or table it for the December 11th meeting?
I think, since we're 10 minutes from the end of being legal meeting, probably table it till next week.
Okay, so we are going to table the board member committee liaisons until the next meeting, which will be on December 11th at 6 PM, our normal time. It'll be in the Plaza Restaurant, just as normal, okay? But thank you very much. Do we have any other items? No, motion for adjourn?
Motion.
Okay.
Second.
Very- Let's make this a great community. Okay, all in favor of adjournment? Thank you. Folks, we will see you, we have a question. Sure, go ahead. Go ahead with the question. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we will see you guys on December 11th for our regularly scheduled board meeting. Oh, I asked and they said, never mind. All
Thank you.
right, they said, never mind.
Okay, and also I have some suggestions, I don't know if you can do it. For the food credit, for someone like me, I come and go.
Okay.
Why you guys, because, we paid already in advance. If we didn't use it in the period of the whole year, the end of the year is our money anyway. Why didn't you give us like a credit to use, carry over?
No, because that's how it works. You
Yeah.
use it or lose it.
It's a part of your
Why
business.
did I have to lose it if I pay my $900 in advance?
Because we're all in the same boat. And it's been a decision that's been part of this community since we turned over, so.
So in the beginning, when I worked,
No,
the beginning,
no,
in the
it's-
6 years back,
I'm sorry.
it wasn't like that.
Can you,
Anyway, man.
hey, John, can you hit stop recording? Yeah. Guys, hold on, we can have one moment, please. Our board meeting has ended, so can you just give us a moment to close the meeting?